the book of face. Yeah, I know where to go. There's a man over there into the music scene, showing lots of love for the community with great advice. I know who I should go see. So all around town radio show is where I go for the latest band info. So all around town radio show for the music that comforts my soul. It's the All Around Town Radio Show. The All Around Town Radio.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome on a Monday. It's the weekend update here from All Around Town Radio on this Veterans Day. Good to have you with us. We'll be right back with some great info over the weekend coming up.
It's the weekend review. Top 5 coming for you. Speaking with the fans, sometimes they don't show it.
Hi, Glenn.
Never mind. We're covering who's playing out.
Hi, Ed.
Off the open jam with the who's who of talent. Come Friday night, ready to raise some hell. With all around, you know I'm planning to do it well.
All right. Hi, Kara. Wow. For some reason, everyone is just showing up as a Facebook user today and no names unless I look at the iPad. Interesting. Wow. Wonder what's shaking with that one. That's crazy. It just says Facebook user. All the people. All you YouTubers are showing up, though. So I'll look at the iPad. It tells me that Ed Sawicki is checking in. It tells me that Ray Renee said hi. Hi, Ray. Wow. Well, look at that. When I put you up there, it says Facebook user. That's interesting. I wonder what's shaking with that. Who knows in the Book of Face world? They probably are requiring permission now for me to use your name again or something. Matt Anderson in the house. Carlos Roberto Miller. Bill Dankoff. How are you, Bill? Good to have you with us. It is weird. You see that? I mean, like here's a great one. It says from Ed Sawicki, and it comes up Facebook user. Interesting. Very interesting. I don't know. We'll check it out. We'll check it out and see what shakes. YouTube's better, Ed. See? I can see your name on the YouTube. There it is. This is wild. I don't understand. I don't understand. It tells me I'm live on the Book of Face. I'm looking at my settings here. But I don't know. Let's see. There it is. There it is. There it is. Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. It is. It is. Angela Combs checking in. I see you popping up on the screen. Sean Cooper checking in on YouTube. So, yeah, if you're on the Book of Face, guys, I got to look at 2 screens here to figure out who you are today because your face isn't going to show up in the comments, but that's just the way it goes. It's, we've been off since Thursday, so who knows what kind of changes they made on the Book of Face. Who knows? Sean Cooper, good to see you over the weekend, my friend. And let me get started here. We are here on our Monday weekend update. It's November 11th already. November 11th. I'll try to figure out the correction on this sometime, guys, on the Facebook user thing that's popping up. I don't get it. I'm still confused. So, hi, Shane. Thank you for being here. And again, if you're just joining us, guys, I'll pop your comments up, but it's not going to show who you are, so I have to look the other place. Hey, it is a cool shirt, Skip. It is, thanks. But, yeah, you're showing up as Facebook user, too. Hi, Christina. How are you? You're still working. I'm sorry about that. Well, get off work. Hi, Tom. Thanks for dropping in. Hey, guys, had a big weekend. I hope you had a big weekend. We had one night of local music we're going to talk about, but we're also going to get to some viewer comments that were sent into the show, and we'll chat about those today. So if there's somebody you got to see over the weekend that absolutely wowed you, you can put it in our comments on our Facebook post, or you can put it right here in the comments if you'd like to. Hi, Rachel. Yeah, we got a few people popping in today. It's good to have you with us on the old Book of Face and the Tube of You. So thank you so much. And guys, I'll try to figure out the correction on why it's coming up as Facebook user. All the YouTubers are coming in normal, so we'll see. We'll see what shakes. All right, let me keep rolling. You know, when we used to do this, it was funny. When we used to do this on our like trivia page and that, you had to give permission as a person to let us have your little icon and your name come up in there. It was weird. Everybody showed up as that. So any of my producers out there right now, if you're out there, go ahead and research this and let me know. Hi, Gina McCann. Hi, Megan Miller. Cassette Junkies in the house. Gina and Johnny Band is represented. Craig Ballard is here. Thank you so much, guys, for dropping in. And I'm not sure who said that about Shiverly Road yet, but it'll come up. It'll come up on my screen here. Oh, Shane did. Okay, there we go. I'm seeing it that way. It's really weird. I just stuff like this bugs the, you know what, out of me. It does. Hi, Bob Klein. Thanks. So yeah, we're dealing with weirdness today from the Book of Face. Welcome to your number one source for live local music news, bands, venues, and more, guys, and your home for everything music here at All Around Town Radio. Don't forget, each week as we do our programming, the more you share, the better the numbers, and the more we support local music. We appreciate that. And, you know, we're supporting the local music and the venues that bring it to you each week. Yes, you're a faceless Facebook user today. All of you are. There you are. Facebook user. What the hell does that mean? I have no clue. All right. So last Thursday, last time we were with you, who's playing out? Had some great shares on that. Thank you for that. The numbers on that have been all over the place. Anything from 18,000 views to 8,000, which was this week. It goes up and down, and I don't know how to figure that out either. Quit trying. We just do it. So whoever watches, watches. But we had a lot of shares. Thank you for sharing that. It's always important if you hit that share button. Hi, Colleen. And what I'm doing here, okay, I have 4 screens in the studio. My prompter screen is in front of me, which tells me what I'm going to talk about. I have a screen with some other little photos and things on it. And then I have the computer screen, which I control everything in the studio. And then I have an iPad that's live that's showing me right now your comments on the Book of Face. So that's how I can figure out who's making these comments, because I sure can't on my dashboard. I wish I could show you how all this works right now, but I'm not going to move cameras around to do it. So let's get rolling. Don't forget to follow us on all the socials out there, guys, especially YouTube. It seems to work better. Instagram, we're on the Book of Face. Obviously, we're on the TikTok as well. Not doing much on there, but if you're on TikTok, give us a follow, and we'll see if we get some followers. We'll start doing some stuff on there. Yeah, we tried to do. It was funny. I tried to do a This Week in Rock thing on TikTok, something totally different than what we do here. First one I put up, it said it violated their community standards, so I got to figure all that out. I got to read up on it. I don't know how to do it. I don't know. Yeah, that is some multitasking of what we've got going in the studio here. And when you're a one-man band running this show, that's not to mention the audio board, which is right here, which we control all the volumes and the little ding-dongs and things that we can do, and, you know, things like this.
Great question, Scott.
Thank you, Dan. All right, so those we throw in there as well. So lots going on here in the studio. Not to mention our voiceover board back here for when I do voiceover work. Another board on this side, all the other outboard gear in the back, which controls the voice and all those things. Yeah, so there it is. Now someday we'll do a tour of this place. We will. And George Orr, thank you for being here. I'm repping the Liars for Hire shirt today. Let me get that out of the way. There we go. Thank you, Liars for Hire, for that one. And yeah, we do. We take We take shirts and wear them on the show. Just a shameless plug. It is for everybody. Yes. Yes. It says restart the app if you're sure the most recent version. It could also be poor internet connection. Yeah, it's not I'm looking at the internet connection, man. I'm downloading at 200 downloading at 700 and uploading at 2. So I got good internet here. That's on another screen too. So let's get started. I had some fun stuff this weekend. Our weekly programming, we try to bring you our weekend update of who we got to see. And I did get to see one live local band this weekend, along with all the other busy stuff I had going. But before we start that, let me say yesterday, the anniversary from 1975 of the sinking of the Edmund Fitzgerald, a great Gordon Lightfoot song written about that and sung by Gordon Lightfoot. 1975 anniversary yesterday of the Edmund Fitzgerald going down in the Great Lakes. Yes, Lake Superior to be exact. Yes, thank you, Kara, for that. Yeah, I'll see what I can do later. We'll get to it. Hi, Tina. Thanks for joining us. Got to see Tina. We're going to talk about her and her band here in just a minute. All right, this week in music for us, Wednesday night was our final regular season night at Heather's on the patio. Had, what do we have? 24 teams, I think, a couple hundred people thereabouts. Great, little less than 200 people. But what a great night to go out on for our final regular season game there of our patio season. 33 weeks of that. And week 4 coming up this week, it's our championship tournament. Those who qualified, they gain points each week, in case you didn't know that. Get a point for playing. You get points for finishing 1st through 5th. And the top 20 teams are coming back to play on Wednesday with some great prizes. We've got fantastic prizes. Heather goes all out. I mean, we're talking thousands of dollars in prizes that she puts together for this. And yes, I'm trying here, if I can, to keep up with you on the iPad, but it just shut off too. Yes, Scott Luck, thank you for that. Megan says that's just such a good sad song. It is, but it's a great song. I got to see Gordon Lightfoot before he passed away, and man, he still had a great voice right up till the time he passed. He sounded so good, and he's just smooth singer. So that was our Wednesday night. Thank you to Heather and her staff for a wonderful summer season. I can't say enough about our family there of Name That Tune players. These people come out in rain, sleet, snow, tornado warnings, you name it. They're there, and we have a blast each week. And we're going to have a blast on Wednesday night. I'm going to go out with a bang. We'll be back in April, back the first week of April next year with that one. And in the meantime, I'll be at the Bell and the Bear on the second Wednesday of the month from as we roll through December through March, a 4-month stint there that we're going to come in and do Name That Tune there, and a lot of other places too, if you keep your ear peeled. And we'll let you know. Hi, Randy. It was great hanging with you on Saturday. Hi, Quentin. What's going on? Guys, if you're just joining us, everybody that's coming up on Facebook is showing as a Facebook user, just like that one, as I posted Quentin's comment. So I'll have to kind of look back and forth here to figure out who you are when you make a comment. But go ahead and comment. We'd love to hear from you. And if you saw somebody play over the weekend you want to recognize, drop it in the comments. Please hit us with it. Saturday night. Let's talk about Saturday night. Man, what a night. Britches Down. I've talked about them a little bit on the show before, but let me tell you, this band has built an unbelievable following in the tri-state. Wherever they play, they are packing the place out. And Britches Down, just an incredible country band. If you're into country music, and you know, it's a variety of country too. It's kind of country for everyone. They're doing some new stuff, and I will say I like the songs they pick in the newer country, because everybody knows on this show I'm not a huge fan of new country compared to the old school stuff, but they pick the right songs in their set list, and we'll talk about their set list here in just a few minutes. Gary Ridgway joining the party. He was there, and we're going to talk about him as well. But Britches Down, the song choices, fantastic. Let me talk about some of the stuff that they have. Stuck Like Glue, Whiskey Glasses, Hey Bartender, Bottoms Up, Dreams in there. Fleetwood Mac throwing that in. You Look Good, Watermelon Moonshine. I'm looking at their first set right here. Why Not Me, Love the Judds. I do. Tin Man, Miranda Lambert song. Hole in the Bottle. Friends in Low Places. Pontoon. That's just the first set, just to name a few. And we'll get to the other set. But let me talk about the band members first of all. Mr. Craig Black on vocals, killing it. Great voice this guy has, and a good stage presence, just amazing. So really a wonderful time. And who do we have? Oh, Randy's commenting. I have to look and see who that is. Thank you, Randy. It was great to sit there and chat with you, Randy. And what a good night of music it was. It was so much fun. Hi, John. Thank you for checking in. And Randy says they have the dance floor packed all night long. And, you know, if you're a venue and you've got a band that'll keep people up and dancing and hold them till the end of your show, you've done well. Because ever since the COVID hit, and I hate to bring that up, but when it did, it changed the whole face of live local music. It made it earlier. A lot of people went home even earlier than that. And this band held a crowd the entire night. We stayed up until the last two songs, I think, before we had to go home and let our dogs out. Who let the dogs out? We did. But it was crazy good, and such a variety of people. And let me give a shout out to the Miamisburg Moose. Miamisburg Moose runs a class act, and it's a fun place to go. If you've ever thought about becoming a member of any of those social clubs, I highly recommend the Miamisburg Moose. And I'm also a member of the Springboro Eagles, and I will tell you it's a wonderful place as well. But I want to say about the Moose, they do activities. Yes, we have time for activities at the Moose. It was pizza night that night. They were turning out the pizzas more than Domino's was on a delivery night. I mean, it was crazy busy in there. You know, they have trivia on Tuesdays, Wednesday, opinionation with our friend Gary Ridgway, karaoke with Rick Maxwell on Thursdays. Lots of good stuff going on at the Moose, along with live music every Friday and every Saturday night. And just a killer venue. I mean, it's a fun place to go, and it's cheap to be a member. I mean, you can be a member for $55 a year. You'll save that, let me tell you this, in the first month. I'll just leave it at that, but I'll say you'll save that in the first month going to events there. You will. And thank you, John, for that. We mentioned our veterans at the beginning of the show, but it is Veterans Day. And we thank anyone out there that is a veteran of our U.S. military. Thank you for making it possible for us to have a free country and do things like this right here. We appreciate all your service. We do. All three of our boys are veterans. They are. My dad is a veteran. Posted some pictures of my dad on my regular page today. We did. So let me get back though to this wonderful band. I was saying Craig Black on vocals, Tina, and I guess you say it Thiessen. I always said Thiessen, but I think it's Thiessen the way it's pronounced. If I said it wrong, Tina, I'm sorry. Here's Tina, who's another one with great stage presence. Just connects with the audience so well. And Tina, oftentimes when I talk to her, says about being nervous when she gets up there. Tina, you have no reason to be nervous. You're a rock star in the country world, I should say. And just absolutely slayed it. The crowd loves her. Crowd loves all of them. But when they do duets, it's just top notch. Craig and Tina really can hit those duets well. And thank you, Carlos, for that endorsement of saying I said it correct. I appreciate that. God, I wish I could get your faces up here on the screen, guys. I'm so sorry about that. I might have to dig into why it's doing it. Something stupid going on the Book of Face, or some connection we have with them that requires us to get authorization or something. We'll figure it out. But I want to say Scott, Tina's husband, on drums, doing a great job. Back there, the quiet guy in the back, just playing the drums, keeping the time, doing it well. Casey Motchman, I believe is the way it's said, Motchman. Casey playing the guitar. Dude, this guy can shred. He is unbelievably good. And man, his solos just were off the chain good that night. So Casey rocking it out on the stage to the country tunes. And, you know, God bless country music for still having guitar solos in it. That's all I can say. Still have an opportunity to hear a guitar once in a while. That's why I'm an old rock fan. I love those rock songs, but I love those guitar solos, and what a great job Casey did. He brings it. Travis on keyboards, playing guitar occasionally as well. Some great Phil stuff on the keyboard there with him. Really, 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 really good. This band is good. They're tight. I don't know how much they practice these songs or if they do, but they're fantastic at it. And then our friend Carlos, who's out there, Carlos Roberto Miller, he's playing the bass and keeping that solid sound back there along with Scott on the drums. You know, the backbone of the band right there, man. And Carlos's bass is thumping. I've always loved him in Spongeworthy, and he brings a really good flavor to this band with his bass playing and so on. And, you know, when you got people up dancing, that's important too, to keep that bass thumping in their chests a little bit, keep them out there enjoying their time on the floor. It was fantastic. And on this night, Gary Ridgway from Lakes Ridge Band, Overdrive, Gary got to sit in with them that night and play the fiddle. And I've always said it's all about the fiddle. And it's cool. And Tina's in here. She's late, but she made it. Thank you, Tina. And you're a Facebook user right now, but I'll throw your comment up there. But Gary Ridgway, my friend, if you're still out there, wonderful. Wonderful. So I go, don't tell Ryan, but I go to Lakes Ridge shows just to hear Gary play fiddle. Now, Ryan will tell me I'm a jerk for that, but no, I like Ryan Lakes as well. Does a great job. And Carlos said he's jammed with Scott for around 30 years. That's cool. Thank you. And just this band, guys, you got to go see them. I don't care if you're not a big country fan. This is a party. You know, I have people tell me, I hate country music. I don't like country music. I get it. I mean, some of the new stuff just makes my hair stand on end with some of the new country stuff. But they have picked the greatest song choices out there to keep a crowd partying all night long. So let me say, set 2, Gunpowder and Lead, Fishing in the Dark, The Chain from Fleetwood Mac, Neon Moon in there, a great Band Perry song I love called Better Dig 2. They rocked it out. Wait in the Truck, Old Town Road, Save Me, Jelly Roll in there. Good stuff. Kerosene, 9 to 5. What a killer Dolly Parton tune that was. How Country Feels. What else did we have? Little White Church, Country Girls Shake It For Me. And then in set 3, Chicken Fried, White Horse, Tennessee Whiskey. There's that song I bitch about all the time, saying it's overplayed. They did a great job with it, though, and the crowd loved it. So if the crowd loves it, I guess it's not overplayed. I hear it everywhere. I hear R&B bands doing Tennessee Whiskey. I mean, there's so many variations of that song, but it went over well. It did. 5 o'clock somewhere, which I thought was fantastic. A great tribute to Jimmy Buffett there. Let's see. Hell on Heels, Folsom Prison, which was killer with Gary in there. I had a little trouble hearing the fiddle all night long. I will say that, but it came in on that one. One Night Standards. What else? Anymore. Girl Crush, Family Tradition, Here for the Party, and Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy. That's just to name a few, people. How about that? Britches down. Follow their page. They're getting ready to play Laurie's Roadhouse, too. And that's a big event for them. That's a huge stage, a lot of people. Let's pack that place for Laurie's Roadhouse and get those guys in there. We'd love to see them get a little representation. I think they have 2 bus loads of people going for that night already. So that they booked out the buses. And what do we got here? Let's see. Randy. Oh, yeah. Randy and I were talking about this, too. They connect with the audience even during their breaks. they work their friends. And I hate the word fans. I will say that I don't like the word fans, because people that follow bands are more than fans. They are people who promote those bands. They get out and support them. Their merch table was busy all night. There were people helping sell merch. It takes a lot to put a show like this on with that big a band, and they rolled in there really, really, really well. What's up, Chris Reese? Thanks for being here. And just wonderful people there that follow their band. And the Moose has a built-in crowd too. That's a nice thing. So you top it with a big following a band has, and you've got a killer night there. You've got a night full of music and fun and great drinks and just an enjoyable evening. And I just love going to the Moose to see some of that. What's up, Mickey Evans? Mickey from Sweet Sister Mercy, our theme song that you heard at the beginning of the show. Carlos says they have an amazing team. And also Peter Wiley on sound. Sound was dialed in. The only thing I had trouble hearing, like I said, was Gary's fiddle sometimes throughout the night. But other than that, everything was spot on perfect with the sound. It was good. It was real good. And Carlos says amazing team. Yes. Travis, thank you so much. They are great people, and they've built this team of followers. Gosh, I hate to use the term like a cult following, but it is, man. These people are passionate about Britches Down, and the shirts, wearing their shirts, doing all that. It takes me back actually to the 80s, back in the days when people were real followers of one band and they just promoted the hell out of it and followed them. And some of those bands played residencies 4 nights a week and they'd be there every night. Kind of reminds me of that. It really does. Tina said they're having, Tina, you make it look like fun up there. I hope you're having fun, because it sure looks like it. And yes. What else we got? Louder for the people in the back, Scott. Friends, never fans. Yes. Aerosmith has fans. We have friends. Thank you, Bob Klein. Bob Klein always comes through with the best comments. He's a rock star also. Thank you, Bob. Yes. Absolutely. Scott, thank you so much for being on here today. Guys, thanks for being on here especially. And share this one on your band page if you get a chance. And we'll get some people to hear about you maybe that haven't been out to see you yet. And guys, please follow them on the social media. Britches Down on the social medias, if you will. And keep an eye on where they're playing and what they're doing. I can't say enough about this band, especially if you're into country music at all. Go see them. You heard their set list. You heard some of the songs. If you like any of those songs, you'll enjoy the energy and the passion this band puts forth off the stage. And I'm glad to see them playing at Miamisburg at the Moose. I know they play the Beaver Creek Moose some of the other area places they've been, the Phone Booth. I've seen them on that bill and several others. And like I said, they're going to be playing at Laurie's Roadhouse. That'll be a big night down there. And I bet once they play Laurie's, they're going to be a regular staple at Laurie's Roadhouse, which is a huge, beautiful venue if you've never been there. So thank you to the Moose Pizza Night. Encourage, of course, those of you out there to become members if you can. They have a lot going on there, and it's a great charity organization, Moose Hearts, that does a lot of things. So please take a look at that. I want to roll through some other comments real quick. I had some people get out to see the Finding Melissa, a band called The Weekend Effect, went to see Finding Melissa on Friday night at Cats. Ryan Schwab wrote in, he saw Halfway Hammered at MVPs. And what else did we get here? I got some others. Camilla Kyle saw the Angela Combs Band. Randy Gately, who did he see? After the Party and at Hollywood Casino. Sarah did as well. Thomas Reed, he played at El Dorado's. Shameless plug. Thomas wrote into the show. Stephanie Sutherland from White Knuckle Weekend and also from Finding Melissa. She got to get out and see Megan's band. She got to see the Cassette Junkies at Froggy's in Monroe. Who else we got? Bill said this is Bill's lineup. If he's our Facebook user of the minute right now on the screen. And who said Angela Combs is amazing? Carlos, yes. You ought to see Angela Combs, Carlos, with Gina McCann together, the Crimson Sisters. You want to see amazing. That'll make the hair stand up on your arms. It will. It's good. It's real good. Yes, what else we got? Rick Kern with Second Wind. Billy got to see that. I bet that was good, too. I bet that was fun, Billy. Rick on vocals with them. Chris Casey got to see Pat Riley with Jim something, Comadacia, the Old Village Tavern. Rick Montgomery saw the Bel Airs at the Gibson Theater in Batesville, Indiana. Denise Fife caught Ladder. That's funny. Yes. Yes, good stuff. Moonbow, Anthony saw at Southgate House. Chuck and Andy saw Midwest Misses at Taffy's in Eaton. Great show. Melissa from Finding Melissa got to see the Weekend Effect at Wings Sports Bar. There you go. A few others here writing in. Kara got to see Ben and Pete at the Slappin' Lizard in West Carrollton. Roberta Crawford saw Noah Back at the Boardwalk Grill. And Tammy Tekulve saw Tin Penny at the Germantown Eagles. Dave and Donna Thomas went to the phone booth to hear the Doug Hart Band. So that's good stuff. Billy said that was a blast. I'm glad to hear that. That sounded like it would be wonderful. Colleen got to see, she said, the Cassette Junkies on Saturday night also. Always a good time. Yeah, someday I'll get out to see them. It's like Under the Sun and Cassette Junkies, man. I always have something booked when they're playing. But Froggies would have been a great place for me to see Cassette Junkies, but I had something already, obviously. With some friends and everybody meeting up at the Moose that night. So we did. Let's see what else we got. Anybody else out there? Teresa got to see the Mill Creek Band at MVP. Erica Knapp got to see Ashley Knapp at the Broken Barrel Bar and Grill. Deb Frederick got to see Cindy Lauper and Elle King at the Schottenstein. Wow, good stuff. Let's see. Tim Burkett from Liars for Hire said, Dan and I caught Finding Melissa Friday at Cats and the Weekend Effect Saturday at Wings. Had a blast both places. I love to see bands out supporting other bands, man. That's right. Steve Lutz got to see Night Rain on Friday night at the Miamisburg Moose. I got to sit with Rick Maxwell of Night Rain fame. And Randy Eldred, again, if you're out there, man, it was great talking to you. We were talking about old school music, some of the stuff that went on back in the day, talking about the Hathaways, talking about that are still in effect. Flywheel, some of those folks. Benny Hill at Jane's on Main. Jane got to see. Steve Gray got to see, Second Wind with Rick Kern at Jim and Jack's. Mr. Man and the Mojo Band at Mansion Hill on Friday. Thanks for that. So many. Ann Coleman checked out Blackbone Cat at the Just One More Bar. Shuffle at Mr. Burroughs. Shauna got to see. The locals at the Brick Tap were represented here. So many people wrote into the show. Thank you so much. And Tony Lay got to see the 13 players in the first preliminary round of the Lucky Star Brewery's Lucky Star Search, which is going on. We mentioned that on Thursday's show. So Stacy McGuire checking in. Gosh, I haven't seen you in so long. I miss you, my friend. I do. Let's see. Joe Borad got to see Until Rust at Steak Time in Miamisburg and Flashback Band at the Hitching Post. Lots of bands playing this weekend, guys. It was so much. Mindy Porter checked out Britches Down at the Miamisburg Moose. I saw her there. And John Esper got to see Shuffle. He did. So thank you for that. And thanks for writing in. Who else? Jim Kilroy writing in. Saw Pat Riley at the Old Village Tavern and Kevin Cooper with Eyes Up Here Friday at the Gano Tavern. And Sunday at Trillions. Wow. Good stuff. We love the Coop too. All right, tomorrow, Hot Topic Tuesday. Karis and I will be here live. Join us for Joy and Judgment. We're bringing it to you at 5 o'clock live. Then on Wednesday, I got Billy Sutherland from White Knuckle Weekend going to join me. We're going to talk about music and knees. We are. Join us. It'll be a good one. Noon show on that one, but you can watch it anytime. Anytime. Yeah, that's how it works. And we've got a lot going on with programming here. Stay tuned to see what's new from All Around Town Radio coming your way. Lots of good stuff coming your way this fall and winter. And we're going to be with you here all the way through until we get busy again in the spring and summer like we do. And I hope to get out and see a lot more live music than I have. But we'll see what shakes. Thank you guys so much. Bob Klein, thank you for being here. Guys, for those of you that are new to the show today, please hit that little like or button or follow or whatever it is on the Book of Face, or you can subscribe to our YouTube channel as well, get notified when we go live. YouTube little extra programming on there too. Some of our older podcasts and that are on there in YouTube format. So if you'd like to check that out, you can. Anytime we have a day off, we'll be directing you to our YouTube channel to watch some of our past programming, including great interviews with B. Birtles of the Little River Band, John Waite, of course, of the Babies and John Waite fame, and many, many more, including Tom Peterson from Cheap Trick and some others on there if you like some of the national acts we've talked to. Jeff Tate from Queensryche. We've had them all on the show, man. It's been fun. Yes, Megan Miller, thank you so much. Tessa, thank you for joining us here at the end. Guys, we'll be back with you tomorrow at 5. Join us for Joy and Judgment with Karis and Scott right here on All Around Town Radio. Until then, here's our friends from Sweet Sister Mercy with our theme song. We're saying goodbye for now. Get out and support live local music and the bands and venues that bring it to you. Hi, Angela. Thank you, Glenn.
Working for the weekend, and I want to see a show. I flip on the book of face. Yeah,
thanks, Carlos.
There's a man over there into the music scene, showing lots of love for the community with great advice. I know who I should go see.
Just a reminder, the views and opinions expressed in this program and all of our programs are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of our sponsors or any entities that they may represent.